I was turning in my bed back and forth because I couldn't get any sleep. Because someone keeps banging on my door for no reason. It was so disgusting at one point that I got up and ready to give the person a piece of my mind. But when I looked through the peephole, I was about to get in for a big surprise. There was an old third woman standing in front of my door with a basket. The next woman said, "Son, would you kindly open the door and care for a gingerbread cookie? It's on the house, no charges," the old woman said kindly. But I was taught better than that while growing up, not to open the door for strangers. So, sorry to burst this old woman's bubbles. Hell no, I wasn't gonna open the door. I said charmingly, "Ma'am, I'm not accepting cookies right now. I had a full meal." Next, it's like what I said made the old woman snap. The old woman threw down her basket and started snapping violent at me. "Open the door, you stupid bitch!" Old woman's voice was changed. It wasn't the sweet tone like when we first met. She sounded exactly like a man, and I said, "Excuse for my door as I'm calling a cop." Then the old woman blasted away from my door in a rapid speed. She ran like scared of the bunny rabbit. And the next day, I was headed to the police station face to face to report this, because if I don't report it, and if the old woman did get in touch with me, if I did open the door and the old woman did get in touch with me, who knows what would happen. If you're the old woman who's trying to get into my house the other night, burn in hell. I never think I believed in the unknown until now. You see, there was a lake at my dad's old childhood house. I thought it was fun to sit there and stare at the water for hours. So that's what I started doing for 2 minutes, and then the horrifying event happened. Meanwhile, I was looking down at the water with big wide eyes. Something swam past underwater. I didn't see the figure because the figure moved fast so quickly, and then two hands grabbed my face and pulled me under, and I screamed, "Ooh!" And then I was unconscious, and then I reaconsciousness. Consciousness. And what I see leave me shocked for life. I see in my plain sight it was a mermaid, but not the pretty type. It wasn't beautiful like the classic stories we tell on land. It wasn't beautiful like Disney's Little Mermaid. Its eyes were so big and glowing. Its eyes were so big I thought it would pop out of the socket, and its hair was stiff like needles. And the tail of the mermaid was skinny and had a lot of scale, and it looked so sharp, and the mermaid's skin was pale like the white stuff what falls in the winter. And then it stretched its hand towards me. Ah! I was a janitor in my time, working at a local hotel. They would say, at nighttime, this place would go haywire. But I was saying I didn't believe in ghosts, but I was about to feel the hard way. Sandy left because her shift was over, and she told me to hurry up and clean up and get out of here as soon as possible. But I just shrugged it off and said, "Nothing would happen, Sandy. You're just joking with me." But when everyone left and my boss left, I was about to feel the hard way. I was cleaning the elevator hallway when I heard someone run past and giggle. The ear in the back of my neck stood up because I was saying, "What was that?" And then I saw it. I was about to say something, but no words really came out of my mouth. I just stand there in a dead stand position looking at the figure in front of me. There was a kid in front of me, decapitated. Its brain was gushing out from its skull, and its eyes was hanging from the socket. I screamed on the top of my lungs, and the kid wide open its mouth and hit the floor, and a lot of black ciders crawled out of his mouth and was walking towards me, and I ran and screamed and tripped, and that was the last thing I remembered. I wake up in the hospital a few days, and my boss was over me, and so was the rest of the people who worked at the hotel. They said a long time ago, this boy was about to look for his father. His father was the previous owner of the hotel. To get up to his father's office faster, he'd take the elevator, and when he was going up to his father's office, the elevator jumped on him. And that's how he lost his life. The elevator crushed his skull. And from that day, his father resigned from the position of the hotel owner. But people can see when they walk in the elevators, little Jackie staring at them with his brains gushing out from his skull and his eyes hanging from the socket.